Good morning, everyone. My name is Fahad Al Suleiman, and today I will be presenting about SQLite3 JDBC. First of all, I would like to thank everyone who presented before. I enjoyed many of these presentations, if not all, and I'm looking forward for the next presentations of my colleagues. So thank you, everyone. Keep doing the good job. My subject today is SQLite3 JDBC, which is an interesting subject for a software developer. It's a must thing you need to learn if you are planning to develop any kind of Java application. You need this eventually. You will use it. You cannot connect with the database without knowing this. So I hope you enjoy it, guys. First of all, let's look what the book defined JDBC. It says it's stands for Java Database Connectivity, which is an API between the Java program and the database. It's the missing link between the application and your application, which is usually in Java, and the database. Let's say, for example, you have a web application like e-commerce. You're planning to have like similar website to Amazon, and you want to record your customer purchase, customer data. How could you do that? Like, think, guys, when you log in to, or when you register in Amazon, how did they took your data from the website to the database? That's our subject today. How to transfer it to the database. I think it's an interesting subject. You will use it like many times if you are a programmer. So what does JDBC support? What can it do? I'll explain more in detail, but I'll give you an overview what is coming. It supports the typical update statement of SQL, which we looked for as create, insert, update, and delete. It also supports query statement like select. Also, it supports stored procedures with a different subject. You don't need to know, I think you can know about in this course, but you might use it in the future. So let's dive in a real example. As I said, it's more practical. First of all, to use the JDBC, you need a basic knowledge of Java, like simple, not advanced. You need to know how to import library. You need to know what's the main, how to use methods. So I think if you guys on Java and computer science, you would know about that. Also, you need SQLite JDBC driver, which I will show you in a minute how to download it. And you need SQL database, and I think my colleagues cover that, and how to download it and install it in your device. So we will take 3 steps to get to the final product. We will download the SQLite JDBC. We will link the Java application with the database, and we're going to execute. First of all, the JDBC is a driver. It's like codes written by previous developers. You just go to the internet and download it and use it as your own. You don't need to invent it or create another code to connect to the database. You just go online, download the code, and use it. One note, every database vendor has their own JDBC. So in this case, we are talking about SQLite. So if you're gonna use Oracle database, you need to search for a different JDBC. But Java implementation is usually similar. So in our case, you just go to the GitHub of the SQL JDBC website. You just Google that. You will find the jar file. Let me use the pointer. You will find the jar file. Just press here and download it and import it to your Java application. Simple as that. You don't need to do anything special. For the purpose of this presentation, I created a table which is called warehouses. The warehouses has 2 columns, name and capacity. It's a simple table. I just want to show you how could we use the driver, how could we insert data, and how could we delete data. Here you can see this is my SQLite interface. I'm doing a select query on the warehouse. It shows nothing. There's no data. The first step, we're going to insert. I like to use this structure of insert. There's a different structure where you specify the value or not. For me, I like to specify the values, so I know the order of the data I'm going to insert. So in simple English, we're going to insert in the warehouse table, we're going to insert these values and these values. We are talking here about name of the warehouse. I put, for example, Orlando, Tampa, and Melbourne as our three warehouses, and the capacity of each warehouse is like for Orlando, we have like 300, maybe square feet or something, and for Tampa 4,000, and for Melbourne 500. So as you see on the left, don't be scared of the code. It's just simple code. I'll explain it in a minute. As you see here in the pointer, we imported the jar file, which we downloaded like a minute ago. You need to include it in your application. In this simple application, we have three simple methods. One is connect, one is insert, and our public static void main, which is like calling everything and running everything. So let me go in detail in connect. In connect, we need to specify where is our database and what username and password we are using. We need to tell the Java application, please look over here, go to this location and connect with this specific database. So in my case, I have my database in the C drive SQLite folder, and it's called database test.db. You can try it in your home. You have any specific name, just change this line and it will connect directly. We don't have any password and username on this example. We are asking the driver manager, which is, as I said before, is written by other developers in the jar file, to give us connection using this location. And this is the connect method. As I said, it's more practical than theoretical. In an insert function, I'm gonna call the SQL query, which is insert. Using some prepared statement, I'll prepare the data here. I'm gonna just tell the Java application to connect first, create a connection, prepare the data, and I'm gonna tell them the first question mark will be the name, and the second question mark will be the capacity. Then please execute. This is just printing for like tracing purposes. I just want to know if I did a good job or not. And here my main, which I'm gonna call the insert function, telling it, please insert Orlando with the 3,000, please insert Tampa with the 4,000, also Melbourne with the 5,000. So it's just simple, like Java application. If you want to use the JDBC, you need a connect function, you need insert function, and you need to call it. So after calling it, let's see what's happened in the database. I opened the database, which we were open. I print a new SQL select statement. As you can see, all the data which we sent from the Java application is now stored in the database. That's the same example I told you when you register to Amazon. They use things like these to connect to to store your data in the database. Now you have your data permanently stored in the database. You can use it in every kind of logic you want. The other example, we're going to do delete query. The structure of the delete query is delete from the table and the condition. I'm using the name as my primary key, so that's why I'm deleting using the primary key. So in simple English, we're going to delete Orlando from the warehouses. We don't need Orlando anymore. Like, for example, if we solved our Orlando warehouse, we don't need it. We just need to delete. As you see, I created a new Java class. It's the same. I just changed the delete function. The connection is the same. So here I added the SQL query I'm going to use, which is delete from warehouse where name is equal variable. Because this is changeable, we need to use it like question mark. You're going to specify here. So use a question mark. I'm telling the application here to use prepared statement, and I'm telling it to the first value will be the name, which will be Orlando. So let's execute and see what's the result. As you can see in the application here, it says Orlando record has been deleted. So when you go to database and use another select query to check, you will find that Orlando is deleted. This is our previous example. You can see Orlando is here. Now it's gone. So as simple as that. It's just you need to connect using the driver you download from the website and call it and do a prepare statement and done. So thank you everyone. I hope you enjoyed. I think you can use this a lot in your future, especially if you are developers. And if you have any question, I would be glad to answer. Thank you.